Keep fresh green onions at hand by growing them at home. It's easy to do. Take an egg carton, as long as it's not cardboard. Cut it in half. In the bottom half with the indentations, make holes using chopsticks. Take 10 onion bulbs of the appropriate size. Make a small cut at the top and bottom of each bulb and remove the skin. Pour a little water into the lid and add a tablet of activated charcoal. This prevents bacteria from growing and eliminates any unpleasant odors. Place the tray with holes on top and check the water level. Place the onion bulbs inside. If one doesn't fit, remove another layer of onions. That's it! Fresh greens will appear in a few days. To remove pits from juicy cherries or berries, use a small funnel. Place it on a plate and gently press down to remove the pit. It's quick and easy. If a smoke strainer won't stay in place and keeps falling, take a teaspoon and secure the strainer. Now it's securely fixed, and you can strain the liquid or sift flour. Be sure to bake something with the sifted flour. Add a pinch of salt and baking powder to the flour. Mix well. You'll also need a small egg. If small pieces of shell accidentally get into the egg, you can remove them in 2 easy ways. You can hook the piece with half of the shell, or wet your finger with water. Carefully place it on top of the shell fragment, press it down and pull it out. Now add the egg to the dough. Also add a little melted butter. You can use vegetable oil. Rub the flour with butter and egg until it resembles breadcrumbs. To form a ball, add a little water. Put the dough in the fridge for 30–40 minutes. Instead of a lid, plastic wrap or a towel. You can use a regular shower cap. It completely replaces the lid and can be used many times. Divide the rested dough into 4 parts and roll them out. Sprinkle some bran in the middle, which will absorb the juice from the berries and fruits that you will put in. Place cherries on top. Gather the edges of the dough and moisten them with regular water. Sprinkle a little cane or coconut sugar on top. Bake galettes made of whole grain flour with berries in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 25–30 minutes. Let them cool completely and sprinkle with powdered sugar before serving. The dough is very thin, crispy, and the taste of the berries is perfectly felt. Sometimes the knot on plastic bags is tied too tightly, but it can still be untied. The free end of the bag needs to be tightly twisted and then carefully pushed through the loop. To pour the desired amount of cereal from such a bag without any losses, take a small plastic bottle, cut off the top part. Remove the lid, insert the bag and turn its edges inside out. You get a very convenient spout. You can pour as much cereal as you need and where you need it. The remaining cereal can be easily stored. Just screw the lid on top. This method is very practical for use at the cottage or during a trip. There is a very simple way not to cry while cutting onions. Cut the onion in half and put it in the freezer for 10 minutes. Then the onion can be cut without any hassle. And if you know people who don't cry while cutting onions, they probably wear contact lenses. If you need to grate soft cheese such as mozzarella or suluguni, put it in the freezer for half an hour. Then it will be easy to grate and won't smear on the grater. If you need several identical forms that need to be placed in the oven at the same time, but you only have one form, do this. Turn it upside down, cover it with a baking sheet of the appropriate size, Cover it with several layers of foil on top. Press the form from all sides and wrap the foil with paper around the edge. Voila! Now you have 2 forms. You can make as many as you need. The best way to thinly slice white cabbage is using a vegetable peeler. With gentle back and forth movements, the cabbage is sliced in just 2 minutes. The key is to have a very dense cabbage head and well-fixed plates on the peeler. The result is thin cabbage noodles that can be used to make a very juicy salad. To drain boiled pasta, you don't need to use a colander. Cover the pot with a sieve of the appropriate size and carefully pour out all the water. Sliced apples quickly darken because they contain a lot of iron. To prevent this, sprinkle them with lemon juice. To avoid lemon seeds in your dish, use a strainer. Don't throw away the lemon peel. You can use it as a dishwasher freshener. It can be difficult to open the ring on a canned food lid with a key. Use a small knife to pry the ring up. And if you have trouble pulling the ring, just flip it over and the lid will open easily. To easily fit baking paper into a pan, moisten it with a little water, and it will easily take the desired shape. A small piece of ginger root can be peeled with a spoon. The skin will come off in a very thin layer. Grated apple darkens faster than sliced apple. To prevent this, soak the chopped apples in a light salt solution for several minutes. Let the liquid drain completely. I'll show you how to store fresh basil. Rinse and lightly dry the basil, leaving the leaves slightly damp. Wrap tightly in a dry cotton towel and place in an airtight container. We can also use this method to keep lettuce leaves fresh. Rinse and dry the lettuce leaves, wrap them in a cotton towel, and store in a container. There is a way to keep avocado from turning brown. Cut the avocado in half and remove the part with the pit. Place it in the fridge next to a piece of onion. Cover the container with a lid and refrigerate overnight.